shop. I don't have a real topic. I just want to make a video. I got a winch. Show you guys. I got a V-block. I'm going to show you guys. Let's just go handheld and show you what I got. All right, Doozer shop on a Wednesday evening. I'll show you my V-block first. Now this is pretty cool. eBay find. Let me see if I can. So this is a really cool V-block. It's made to go in the Kurt vise. So it's got the holes. So you can kind of see how that would bolt if you wanted to. You could just set it in there, but you could bolt that in place of the back jaw, and you'd have a V as part of your vise to put work standing up, cylindrical work, round work, standing up. And you notice it's got the initials DVB. I have no idea what that, who that is. But it's got like a 90-degree shallow V and then like a 120-degree wider V, which is a good economical way to do it. So you're grabbing your cylindrical part less at the tips of the V, more in the center of the V. When it gets that big, your radius is so large, you need to change the angle of the typical V-block. So whoever DVB is, he put some thought into this little machining project. Yeah, real happy to purchase this. The seller didn't specifically say it was for a Kurt vise, but the whole pattern, I pretty much knew that's what it was. I took a gamble. I think it was 65 bucks, 63 bucks, and a little bit of shipping. So yeah, this is so cool. And let me kind of just... These are tapped holes, I think 5/16. And the holes for the jaw, or for the bolts, they're not exactly centered up and down, just very similar, like a Kurt vise jaw, are not centered perfectly up and down. So I knew in the picture that this was probably made to fit a Kurt vise. Is there anything on the side? No. Oh yeah! 1, 2, 3, and then 1, and then same thing here. Yeah. I don't know if that's for like a side stop or a hold. I don't know. But anyways, it's made for Kurt vise. It's hardened and ground. Beautiful grinding job. So that's a really cool eBay find for the Kurt vise. And I got a couple Kurt vises. This is my 688. I bought this like, God, 15 years ago from Enco. $400 free shipping if you guys remember Enco. Awesome. Okay, more. Random thing. Okay, these cast iron stands were on some drilling heads at work. They were throwing them out, and I just thought they were cool. If nothing, riser plates for just stuff on the well, this is the Giddings Lewis horizontal mill, but they're cast iron. They're ground. They're even key slotted. So I got a matched pair, even if they're just used as a riser for setting up clamps or whatever. That's a cool milling machine accessory. Those things were just something that was thrown out that I saw the value in, saw the style, because they're cast and machined, and yeah, I'm going to repurpose them. Okay, other stuff. On the floor, you gotta sit down, is a winch. I got to take it apart. Okay, so this is a Braden winch, and I just took the drum off, and I took the side thing off, and the other bearing block and whatever. So I got a battery and jumper cables. I bought this, I guess, basically for $100. from a guy. We did some trading on a forklift, and I dropped the price $100, and I got this winch. So now, yeah, I should have made a video before it's taken apart. But anyways, the thing's hardly been used. So I forget how many foot a cable is. I stretched that out. That's 7/16 diameter braided cable. Some people call it wire rope. I don't know the difference. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. I don't know. But anyways, so yes, there's nothing as far as part numbers on this, but this is Braden, Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. So the best I can figure, I searched online for like 2 hours last night. And I'll put the model in the description. I think it's like an EC4-1. But anyways, I got the instructions, the manual, schematic, breakdown, whatever. And as far as I can tell, it wasn't really super clear what the weight rating was. So it said this winch is rated for 4,000 pounds. And then it said something like the braking strength of this winch is 8,000 pounds. Okay. And then it said with the battery topped off 12 volts in good condition, it can produce 8,000 pounds of line pull. Or straight line pull, something like that. So if it's got 8,000 pounds is the breaking point. That's not the cable. I guess it's, I don't know if it's 4,000 or 8,000. With a part number like, it's like ECL4-1 or, I don't know, something like that. I would think it might be 4,000. But then there's, I don't know. But I found a company called, not Broken Arrow, Pierce winches, and I think they have a website, piercearrow.com, and we all know Pierce Arrow was a car made in Buffalo, New York, but maybe because the original Bradens were made in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, and the guy's last name is Pierce, and so it's Pierce winches. Maybe they trademarked the web domain, I don't know. But anyways, so they make a similar winch, the exact same cover, the exact same motor, and they add parts. The motor's $100, which is probably made in China, but whatever. They sell covers and everything. Everything's really reasonably priced. But let me show you. So the inside there, I believe, is a worm gear and a worm wheel. Worm and worm gear, whatever you call it. But the size of it, I measured the radius with the tape measure, so that's 1 1/4 inch shaft. And the gear that's inside that gear case is probably a 3 3/4 inch or 3 5/8 inch diameter bronze worm gear. And that's, I guess, kind of small, because on this Pierce website, they don't make this winch, they make the bigger cousins with, it's a bigger case, and I think they're 16,000 pound winches and 18 or 20, I don't know. But they have the case is twice the size, and the gear looks to be 6 or 8 inches, the worm gear. So this one looks to be less than 4. Maybe, I'm just thinking this is a 4,000 pound winch. I don't know. It says braking strength of 8,000. That doesn't sound very safe or healthy, whatever. But anyways, so this thing has no wear on it at all. I mean, this thing was probably put on the front of a Jeep and hardly used. The shaft is, like I said, 1 1/4 inch, and it goes in. So this is the end bell it's upside down, and it's got bushings in it. And these bushings, they measure exactly 15 thousandths over 1 1/4 inches, and the same with this one. And see how these are? They're 2 halves of cast aluminum, and they're pressed together and the bushing holds these together. So there's like 4 identical pieces here. And I measured as best I could, and there's no taper to these bushings, and they're perfectly round within, you know, less than a thou. But they're 15 thou over the shaft nominal size. So I think they were designed loose on purpose, because once you bolt this down to the one side, and this is bolted, sorry, to the other side, and there's slop and play. So the bolts from the gear case bolt into the side of this, right? So there's bolts there. These go, and here's the one and the other. So there's a bearing in, I think there's a bearing in there. I gotta look at the schematic again. But if that's not, see, if this is oversized, then nothing's gonna touch. If this is bolted to this, and that bushing or bearing is tighter than that, then this doesn't do anything. So all the load is taken through those bolts, through the gear case, through that bearing, and then obviously the one on the other side. So this one would for sure take the load. This is the little clutch drum for free spooling, and there's the free spooling clutch, whatever. So like I said, there's hardly any wear in them. So should I push them out with the press? The K.R. Wilson press, Buffalo, New York. Or push them out, buy new oil light bushings from McMaster Carr, which are oil impregnated sintered bronze lubricating, self-lubricating bushings, and then go for like, I don't know, 2 thou clearance between, instead of 15, and get it lined up right so there's no binding. So you got to mount this to a plate, a flat plate, you know, because this drum hangs 7/8 below the surface. So I got to put a piece of 1-inch something, square tubing, and between these two, you know, before I mount it to the bed of my trailer. Yeah. So anyways, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I probably will put a snatch block doubler on my line when I use it, because I've got plenty of line there. I think I measured it out. I think it was like 40 feet? God, I think it was more than that. That thing's heavy. Full of cable. Wow, is that heavy. This whole thing, I brought it down. I had it up in the attic in the scuttle hole, and I had I had actually a winch, that electric winch that I brought it down with. But this thing's over, dude, it's got to be 100 pounds. It's got to be, because it's heavy. So, and then, see the solenoids, there's a factory solenoid, and somebody put a starter solenoid, and it's jazzed up. So, new solenoids are $75 for a unitized solenoid where it's all together. So I might get that from the Pierce website, and then that's $75. For $100, you get the whole. You get the battery cables, the cables that, you know. There's three posts, and it's a press-to-light motor. You can't see it, but you ground the negative, and then you connect that one to that one as the jumper, and then the odd one you power with positive, and it spins one direction. Or if you want to reverse direction, you jumper the far one and that one, and then you put power to that one. So, yeah, actually, this is the cover. Yeah, Braden, Winch. So, I guess gonna put this together and put it on the trailer, you know, in the front, because it's almost new condition, and I guess I need to make a roller fair lead for it. I could just make a Haas fair lead with some you know, steel. I don't need a fair lead really for now, but anyways, thought I'd show you guys this winch project. of the Braden winch. And that's what I've been working on here in Doozer's shop.